probably going to win this game, but I think it's going to be something like 28-26 or 28-27. They're going to eke one out here against this Bears team that has a knack for keeping it close. So in a very brief analysis, I think give me the Saints to win the game, but the Bears at home with the points.
Okay. All right, moving on here. We got the NFC West battle. San Fran traveling to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. Seahawks right now -3, over under 54. Rueter?
I think with this one, it should be a fun game. I'll tell you that, because the 49ers have a very good offense, particularly with Garoppolo back, and the Seahawks don't play a hell of a lot of defense out there in the Pacific Northwest. No. They're going to put a bunch of points on you, and they're going to let you score a whole bunch of points too. So very interesting, very different from the Big Pete up there. Very different from the teams that we've seen in the past, where they were heavily focused on the run and heavily focused on playing really good defense. So different to see. They're letting Russ cook though this year. That's the big phrase up there. But how about they take it easy on making Russ cut the vegetables and prep the chicken, and let him just cook. Let him just cook. Give him some assistance out there on defense. Like maybe make a stop once in a while. Because you look at some of the numbers, and Russ threw 3 picks, one of which was his fault. If you watch the game, it's tough. He's out. He's slinging it. They're putting him in a position where he's got to throw for 400 yards a game, or they lose. So
because their defense is so bad. Exactly.
It's they're so bad. They're putting him in a position where he has to play that way. Because he's one of the most effective, efficient, amazing players. He'll throw for 380 yards and then rush for 70. The guy's incredible. With that being said, this for me, it's going to be a great slate of games, because you've got that Pittsburgh and Baltimore game early. You've got this game on at 4:30. I'm excited for this one a lot. This is going to be the one that I'm looking forward to maybe watching the most. I hate to say it, as much as I like the Seattle, I always have liked the Seattle Seahawks. I was a big Sean Alexander guy. I loved Hasselbeck. I loved back in the day Brian Blades and Tommy Kane, showing my age there.
Some throwbacks. I love it.
The throwback receivers from the 90s. But give me the Niners here, especially with points. I think that this is a very good San Francisco 49ers team. I think people forgot how good they were when they had that little bump that they went through when they had lost most of their roster due to injury. But they've got some players back now. George Kittle's an absolute animal. And I think the 49ers could win this game outright, let alone with the points, especially because it's not that big of a trip for them from the Bay Area up to Seattle. So give me the 49ers to win this game outright. And it's probably going to be a high-scoring affair, like 35-32, somewhere in that range.
Okay. I'm going to make mine short and sweet and simple. I don't trust Jimmy G, and I trust Russell Wilson. As bad as the Seattle's defense is, Russell Wilson is just awesome. Jimmy G is average at best, in my opinion. He got to a Super Bowl. He was the quarterback of the Super Bowl team. That's how I look at it. And the San Fran, like a lot of injuries. We'll see if Dunlap is anything that can produce on the field as a pass rush for this defense for Seattle. I like Seattle. Give me a score of, I like the over in this game as well. Give me a score of 34-31 Seattle.
Yeah, I have more. I think as bad as the defensive play has been for Seattle, I think that Seattle has been more consistent across the board. I really do. Regardless, of what happened, I look back to what, the game against, for the 49ers sake, I look back to the Miami game. And, Miami clapped them cheeks, man. It was bad. It was real bad on their part. And, they did beat a pretty good Rams team. Again, it's so hard to take stock in divisional matchups because these teams play each other very tough. They have to play each other twice a year as it is. And they always just know what the other team, is, unless it's the Browns playing against the Ravens or the Pittsburgh Steelers. Usually divisional games are pretty competitive, I think. So I'm going to take San Francisco. I think it is going to be close. I'm going to do the 34-30. I'm going to go with the 34-30. Wait, did I say San Francisco? Seattle over San Francisco. I'm going to go with the 34-31 route in favor of Seattle. I'm not seeing. San Francisco definitely. Both these teams need to win. Obviously, you need to win every week, but Seattle's going to need it to stay atop a very, very tough NFC West, and San Francisco's going to need it to hang with the with the top. Everybody's over 500, if I'm not mistaken, in that division. So it's NFC West is the best conference this year. So but you're going to get a great football game regardless.
So for the first time here in SYE Beat the Odds history, we have a host and a guest both predicting a push in a game, just so that you're both aware. You both picked a 34-31 win for Seattle, and that would bring this game to a push. So I would say for this one, for our listeners, bettors beware, I guess, on this one, right? I mean, is this one you guys would stay away from?
No, I'm betting the over on this game.
Oh, you're just going the over. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like that. Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably have to agree. Even though like San Fran's like backfield is a mess. I don't know who they're putting out at running back every week. They're still finding a way to move the ball very, very well. Like they legit beat Seattle in every statistical category, every ranking category except passing, and obviously so because Jimmy G, Nick Mullins, even combined, they're no Russell Wilson. So I think it can be pretty competitive. And if anybody, San Francisco's defense has played pretty good, but if anybody's gonna be able to pick it apart, it's Russell Wilson. It's Russell Wilson. So yeah.
There it is. All right, guys, 2 more games. Moving forward, we have, in my opinion, the game of the year, the game of the decade. Like, come on. The best division in football history. We have the Rowdy Cowboys taking on the Mighty Eagles. And it's just a classic NFC East showdown. Can't fucking wait. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call sarcasm. All right, there we go. Now I got that off my chest. Eagles are the big home favorites, -10.5. Over under is 43. I have zero interest in this game, gentlemen. I'm just going to go ahead and pick a score and move forward. Give me the Eagles to win this game against Dallas at a score of 24-3.
I'm going to go ahead and agree with everything you just said, and here's why you're wrong. I'm going to pull that trick on you. I agree with everything, but I think that you're wrong because I think this game, it is entertaining, and whether we like it or not, 2020 has found us in a weird place, and this is a battle for the division lead. And at this point, I think it may be entertaining, if not for all the wrong reasons. I think you're going to see a hell of a lot of offense in this one. I think you're going to see Andy Dalton slinging the rock around there. If he's
Andy Dalton is not playing.
He's out too. Is it concussion play? He's out.
Yeah.
Do you know
who's starting? Who's starting? Help me.
What's his name, Matt?
Ben DiNucci.
Oh my God!
This dude sounds like a fucking Italian mob boss, bro. He don't even sound like a quarterback. Come on,
Bryce. We have the NFL premiere of what was it, Matt? Say it again.
Ben DiNucci.
DiNucci making his NFL debut this week, and you're saying that this game's not going to be entertaining, Bryce? I don't know what to do with you.
Yeah, he's owned. We did that. We looked at this Wednesday night recording our preview episode, and he was owned in 0% of fantasy football leagues.
That's amazing. I'm going to go scoop him up just to break that trend.
You might have to. And they just re-signed Cooper Rush. Ooh, that's exciting. Who was their backup for a couple of years, and he'll be backing up. Yeah, they'll be backing up.
That is incredibly exciting. So what I see happening here is, yes, obviously this is not the marquee matchup of the week, but you've got to say, I mean, this is going to probably be a big determining factor in which one of these teams makes the playoffs this year. So you would think somebody has to win, and I've said that before and been wrong after a tie, but that literally happened. I said somebody has to win this game, right? And then sure enough, nope, they sure didn't. But, I think I'm going to enjoy watching this game. I really will, if for no other reason, to see some very interesting football in a game that has division implications. With that being said, sure, I can't imagine the Dallas Cowboys winning this game. I have completely given up on them. So sure, let's go with the Eagles. Let's call it 30-14 at home. They should probably give it to Dallas, but Christ, who knows?
I'm convinced, Rueter, that NBC slipped you a couple of bills to try to promote this game, like to hype it up.
I'm telling you, there's something about it. Think about it this way: like this game might, if we have a division winner that's truly sitting there at like 5-11, which really might happen this year in this division. I mean, winning a game here, it's big, and it should be semi-entertaining to see how that goes. I've built it up in my own mind here.
I respect it, bro.
Let me breathe on this one.
I respect it.
It's weird. Yes, these teams are really bad, but sometimes two really bad teams going up against each other produces very entertaining football.
See,
sometimes
we go.
I can look at it from that point. I don't have a whole lot of stock in this game. 3 weeks ago, I would say that I would have said that Dallas is the better team on paper and probably should win the NFC East. But I don't even know if I honestly don't know if Dak could have saved this team. The defense is so poor for Dallas. Philadelphia, though, I've had a lot more optimism. You know, we all know Carson Wentz is dealing with he's throwing receivers who he doesn't even know. It's starting to come together, though. You can tell the chemistry's coming together. I mean, did I like a couple weeks ago? Did I feel like they were going to beat the Ravens? Probably not, but they kept it. They kept it close. I think they finished 28-30. I think they there was a final score.
Yeah.
And they took Pittsburgh to the ropes too. They took Pittsburgh, on the ropes too. Pittsburgh has one of the best defenses in the NFL, and Philadelphia was moving the ball very efficiently against them. So, I think Philadelphia is the class of the NFC East right now. They're going to need that win back over Washington, but Carson Wentz is playing at as high of a level as anybody can with the supporting cast that he has around him. I'm going to reciprocate. I think Ed said 24-3. I think I'm going to reciprocate that.
I said that. That was me.
Oh, you said that? My apologies. Yeah, I'm going to go 24-3 in this one for Philadelphia's sake. Dallas has laid eggs every single week. The Arizona game. Who did they get whipped by? They got whipped by Washington. Washington put up like 25 points on them. Washington doesn't put up 25 points on anybody. And Philly's offense is much, much better.
They lost to a team without a fucking name.
Yeah, I feel. Unfortunately, do you guys see that picture? That girlfriend like consoling her boyfriend in the stands from the Arizona Dallas game.
Yes,
that picture summarizes the 2020 Dallas Cowboys season. And
summarizes 2020. Period.
That's true. But I've noticed like we have some pretty loud. I mean, I'm friends with a lot of Cowboys fans. They're usually pretty loud.
Them boys.
Real quiet on the internet this year.
They're like the Patriots. It's like, it's like, where y'all at? Y'all motherfuckers usually is chirping right now. It's kind of nice, though. It's kind of nice that we ain't got to hear they shit.
They're hiding like Michael Bublé does when it's not Christmas time. That's
I can't wait.
That's what they're doing.
Some Michael Bublé, boy. Let me tell you. Man, I'm so serious.
Like, where does that dude go from like January to November? Where
he goes back to the North Pole. Duh.
No, I was gonna say the North Pole. The North Pole.
Hello.
Santa's like, it's time, and he points his finger and he
exactly
Bublé of the world.
Boom, baby. 12 days of Christmas at your ass, bitch. All right, moving forward. Last game, Monday nighter, baby. We got Tampa Bay traveling to New Jersey to take on the Jersey Giants. That's the thing with us, by the way, Matt. Like the New York
Jets, catching that.
Giants, they're not
fair.
They're Jersey. All right, that's all what it is.
And Matt, the sheer alliteration alone is worth the statement. The Jersey Jets and the Jersey Giants just sounds better.
Way better.
It does roll off the tongue a lot better. Yeah. They messed up there.
Tampa Bay is minus 12.5 and over under is 45. Matt, what are you thinking, bro?
Oh man. This no to the Giants. I think the Bucs are going to walk away with this one. There's been some glimmers of hope for the Giants, and all that glimmers of hope went away when Daniel Jones tripped over himself last week on primetime football. The Bucs are the real deal. They are. It took them a little while to kind of get assimilated. They've, that first week losing to Drew Brees and the Saints, they did not look well, but we can attest a lot of that to the lack of preseason training and whatnot. So the Bucs are, I think they're going to walk away with this one. From a defensive front, that Daniel Jones has nobody blocking for him. I think I hold. I feel bad for both Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold, but I do hold Sam Darnold in much higher regard. I think they're both gamers just surrounded by crap. And it's kind of a shame being, yes, they're Jersey teams, but they're still in the New York market. And New York teams are usually plastered everywhere. I went to New York City a couple years ago, and it was just Giants and Jets all over the place, all of the billboards selling jerseys. And it's kind of a shame. But Tampa Bay is going to go into New Jersey this week and pound the crap out of them. I would be surprised by anything less. So I'm going to say 30-10 in favor of the Bucs.
Excellent. Yeah, Matt, I don't disagree here. I think that if there was no, they often say sports can be a metaphor for life, and there may have been no better metaphor for life than that Daniel Jones run that we saw, where he just kind of got out into the open and just fell all over himself.